Welcome back to FACEIT TV, ladies and gents. We have ourselves a new match. Schedule adjustment is at hand. But it's cool because we got ourselves some awesome cash action. We have Liquid. And that's all I care about, James. Because I want to see EliGE.
Yeah, I know. So do they. Fanboy number 1. Don't know where to go from here.
All right.
So what are you expecting apart from EliGE?
So, well,
I mean, it's Cloud9, right? It's not any team that you can just run over, although they just got run over, but it was Nuke.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
So is EliGE going to run over Cloud9?
Honestly, it's going to be hard to say how this one's going to go. I've seen some really good cash matches from Liquid recently, but of course Cloud9 again. To me, they have. It was always about them and Overpower previously. So now Overpower, and now just Cloud9. So I'm hoping to see some excellent, just them coming back into form again. Because of course that beating they had on Nuke versus CLG, that definitely must have hurt. I mean, was there a tweet there from Sean Gares?
Yeah, Sean was quite upset.
Yeah.
He said that he felt like there were like 5 rounds where the CTs won with just 1 CT remaining, and
there's a lot of
they didn't do very well. Nothing, felt like he missed a few frags and so on. So now they have a chance to redeem themselves. Yeah,
on cash, so they should feel comfortable.
Yeah.
They should feel comfortable. But Team Liquid, they are the top team in the league at the moment. They've been doing super well. They got EliGE recently moved into the lineup. It seems to just fit like a glove at the moment with the rest of the players. And we are going to be kicking things off right now as we go into the 9th round.
Okay, so question is, where is Cloud9's head at the moment? Is their head in the game, or is it in the sand?
Like an ostrich.
Is that even true?
Yes.
I just can't imagine an ostrich burying their head in the sand. Why would they do that?
Because they're stupid. Because
you can't see. Is it to cool down?
Can't hurt you. No, it's because they're scared, James.
Really?
It's because they're scared, James.
Is this actually? I don't believe this.
It's a survival skill, James.
It's not so much survival though. Like they've got that massive neck.
Snow.
When you're an animal, it's all about protecting your neck, as they say in Wu-Tang. And I just cannot imagine.
As they say in the Wu-Tang.
Protect your neck. Protect your neck. That's what Liquid is saying to Cloud9 right now as the knives come out. Protect your neck.
Alright, so Liquid are going to win themselves that pistola and get themselves on the CT side. So
the people watching the stream, Dan, have been tweeting me some bizarre tweets.
Really? Like what?
Someone's watching with their girlfriend, and I look like some. I don't even know what this guy's name is.
I
do not look anything like. You need to have a word with your girlfriend.
Like Steve Urkel, someone Urkel.
Something like that. You need to have a word with your girlfriend.
Have a stern word. Else we've done this.
Tell her that I am not to be trifled with, and I will not stand for this nonsense.
I enjoy trifles. Okay, so we are going to see another situation where Cloud9 are starting off on essentially kind of the worst half of this, basically. What I would be very curious to see is, again, the kinds of strats that are going to come out from Cloud9. Because, again, for casters like me and James, who spend a lot of time casting multiple regions, and, of course, Europe especially, as we are in Europe, we get to see...
Oh, Ethan!
We get to see...
We're in Europe!
We're in Europe!
Oh, God!
We're in London.
Is my passport valid?
We get to see a lot of variation between regions, and it's very interesting about how the metagame is where it is in certain places in the world.
This is actually one of the maps where we see the most variation, I would say. This and Mirage, I think we found a lot of differences between Europe and North America. And Oceania, they like to buy lots of AWPs on these maps, Dan. Lots!
Yeah. And with Team Liquid and Cloud9, you have to expect that these guys have studied each other. They are major competition, major orgs that they have to compete for, spots at big events. They have to fight each other off all the time in these online leagues. So you would expect that the decision they took in this round was informed by demos they've watched. They've got. If you've got a guy like adreN on your team, this is a cerebral guy. But likewise for Cloud9, you got Sean Gares. This guy spends so much time studying the teams to try to make sure that they can stay ahead of their decision making. So at the moment, you can see how tentative it is. No one's even been spotted really just yet, and there's a bunch of grenades on Sean Gares, and just Sean Gares alone for Cloud9. Liquid, they have loads of grenades. They got 4 HEs actually, and they are close to this B push. Can they hold it?
Oh dear Lord, it's going to be a massacre, and they're going to be able to tap down the rest of the players. They're heavily tagged, so 2-man advantage so far for Liquid coming in. Oh, SEMPHIS, he's blind, he's naked, he's alone.
Oh my God, daps! He just butchered adreN.
Yeah, he said, I'm the in-game leader, mate, not you. I am not you. Okay, so something weird is going on, and nothing is making a run for it.
Something weird this way comes. He's actually going to get the plant down. That's actually huge. I cannot believe nothing got a plant out of this situation. Look how far away Liquid are. Of course, nothing. There's just no way he can survive this with no HP. Unless Liquid do something very strange. But we are going to see that bomb ticking away. And there it is, planting that nade firmly on Nothing's foot. And the defuse will come in. They've only lost one man there, actually. And daps picked up 3 kills. So that's nice for him. Now.
Okay, so I think there's some kind of bug with the coach function in the game. So they are going to replay the round as the coach could see more than he was supposed to. And obviously there's no accusations that he passed on any information. But for the sake of integrity, etc.
I mean, it's nice that he spoke up and made it very clear the situation, what's going on, instead of just trying to take advantage. There's sportsmanship going on here. Oh, I'm on camera, James.
Yeah, I know.
I just like my arms are just flailing around and like looking at the screen.
I was wondering what you were doing. Producer Reese is like back to camera, and Dan's like, ah la 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 la. I'm a pretty flower, and here are my arms extending into the world.
The GIF is the GIF is going to happen now. There's actually been lots of GIFs that have been missed, potential GIF opportunities that would have been.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh wow, yeah, I remember quite some actually. You have escaped some moments, which would be horrible, Chase.
You were just wishing. You were wishing, Dan.
Wishing what?
You were throwing the pennies into the well, just hoping someone would come and troll me. It's not here, baby.
I'm throwing the plastic into the well, man. I don't have any pennies.
The plastic.
The plastic.
The plastic. All together now. 1, 2, 3. Plastic.
Why,
Dan
James?
is a man.
Why must you mock me so?
Of plastic. Of what was the other one? Of ranting. My name is Dan.
You just came up with that one.
My name is Dan, and I'm angry. I'm going to have a rant.
Going to go for a.
I'm not happy with this plastic. This plastic is unacceptable.
It's subpar, James.
Subpar plastic. Yes. So there we go. So hopefully soon we will be restarting this game. That was a really interesting pistol round from Cloud9. They basically just stood across the entire map waiting. I think they were just wasting a very long time for a CT to try and look for some information so they could get basically a pick and then play on the pick. Well,
yeah, there's actually, we saw a lot of players towards A. I mean, the super safe way to play is to play for A retake, and so you have more players towards B. So this is like the super default way to play. Then you can have a guy with a kit on A as well, because the idea is that if they do rush B, well, you shouldn't need a kit, because they're never getting in the site, because there's 4 of you there. That's kind of the idea there. We see lots of teams going for this. Titan uses this all the time. And but there what we saw was actually Liquid. They had a bit more of a spread and a bit more focus towards A. So that's what made me think, hey, you know what? I think that they know something that, they've looked at Cloud9's T rounds, their T openers, on this map, and they've come to this conclusion, perhaps, because you have to credit that they are watching demos. You have to credit that's going to inform them as to how they're going to play against Cloud9 here. It's not just as straightforward as let's play the safe retake. Sometimes you have like really weird back and forth with the meta game. I remember seeing this like loads of different variations on pistol rounds, but sometimes you have specific spots where it's a team preparing for a specific team and what they tend to do. So I think that may have been one of those spots. Or it could be that Cloud9, they couldn't find a pattern or a trend, so they didn't want to play that style. They just wanted to play more spread out because they were more comfortable with that. But I did like the 4 HEs. That's a nice touch.
4 HEs, good HEs.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought we were going to see a bigger massacre when those 2 HEs came in from the CTs on B.
That's pretty bad.
We only had 1 person fall, but I was expecting a multitude, a world of pain, Dan. I was expecting tragedy, misery, everything, all of it together. Blood, dismembered bodies, just pain and violence, Dan. Now you do some talking, Dan. This is
all right, I'm going. It's
how it works here with
right.
commentary.
I see.
Requires talking.
Okay. I can do this. We got a pistol round again. It's happening again. And it looks like everything is sorted out now. So that's great. That is great. We've got Shroud moving in towards squeaky door, and looks like they might just want to go for this A split play up short. A three-pronged attack onto the A side, but Liquid, they've gone for that three-man setup again. I think but perhaps they do know something about Cloud9 here, because this is looking potentially quite good if they're able to get the fast headshots, and that's what it's going to come down to, I think, here for Liquids. Here comes the push over the top in middle as well. This will be key. It needs to arrive on short. They need that pressure from short to make this work. Here they go.
Nice opening there by SEMPHIS, just doing a bit of parkour in the middle area. And EliGE going to get a first frag and a second one. Not going to find a third just yet. And there it is for Nitro, in fact, coming in for that one. So a good cleanup from Liquid. Once again, only losing one player. So back where we were before, which is kind of balances things out, you know.
Well, actually, no, before, nothing got a bump plant.
Ah.
It changes everything, James. Everything is then changed.
It's all changed.
All of the changes. Like
okay.
a two-pack song.
So EliGE straight onto the M4. We've got the MP9 coming out. You would never see an MP9 before this buff. This is really interesting. I've not even tried it. After the shameful time I last tried to kill someone with an MP9 and they were alt tabs out of the game and I couldn't find a frag,
It's really good.
Sworn never to touch it again, but who knows if I'll pick it up once more.
You should. It is super good. Super duper good.
Super sharp shooter.
Okay, so they're going to set up for this A execute again. So nothing is me tossing over the smoke. And we are going to see if this fight can get held here by FugLy. And I believe we're going to have EliGE at the back as well. Now, nothing's going to go over the top here looking for that mid-wrap. But here comes FugLy. Here comes adreN and Nitro. They're all looking for those quick engagements. But Liquid actually falling back a little bit off the site. They've lost adreN and Nitro at this point. So Cloud9 looking quite strong at getting this round at the moment. 4-on-2 with the bomb planted. You have to love their chances now on this one. But EliGE is coming in, and he's got 4 health. He's got himself an M4, and he's got daps to team play with as he works his way in. And that's one player down for half his health. Spots the next one. Great stuff there from EliGE. In comes Shroud, though. Oh, great stuff there from Shroud with the deagle. And that's going to be all she wrote in that round, 1-1.
Okay, he's going to pick himself up an M4 as well. The CTs, they were searching for some peeking from the Ts for so long there. They did get the one opening, started to push up. Another frag as well, but in Shroud was the one-man cleanup operation with a teammate running distraction. Team Liquid find themselves on mere pistols, no nades, no Kevlar, nothing else. Handbags are empty. They're swinging them at Cloud9. So far, Cloud9 finding the frags with CT weapons, no less. That's going to be SEMPHIS with the MP7 as well, as Sean Gares.
You need to pronounce the R like American, and not like a Brit. Ours do not exist in this country.
Gares. The B bomb site's
Gares.
completely empty. Team Liquid have committed
Sean Gares?
to A here on their eco.
Oh my god.
You could say it with a southern drawl, maybe, which I don't even know how I do.
I'm trying to work that one out as you're talking.
Someone tweet us and tell us how to.
When I was
how to say Sean Gares.
Texas, it was quite easy to copy because it is slow, but I can't recall how it goes.
So give us an impression then.
I just said I can't recall how it goes. That's the. But please Dan, tell us how it's done. After you say you don't know how it's done.
Great. Okay, the cleanup from Cloud9, losing 2 players, but they're going to save the important guns, at least the M4 there. Team Liquid, I expect we will see mostly Nico from them on this round, and then the full buy to come out in the following. So, AWP on ShahZaM, something that we pretty much didn't see him buy on the T side of Nuke, despite those constant failures.
Oh, the quick pop flash into A main is going to get completely annihilated there by Sean Gares with that SMG that he's still holding on tight too. So Sean Gares is going to keep pushing forwards with his team now. They are looking really strong on this A take. There's nobody down just yet, and they are eliminating all of these ecoing players from Liquid. And finally, it feels like Cloud9 can catch a break. I mean,
daps looks really excited about this truck. I think he's like, that's a really nice truck. Yeah, he's enjoying the truck there. He's having a moment with the truck. He wants to be the truck. He wants to be in the truck, Dan.
What is inside?
But the door is locked.
What do you think is inside there?
Paper.
What is paper?
Yeah.
Why would they keep paper in a truck?
Reams of
cache?
paper.
What's on the paper? Or
I
is
don't
it
know.
blank?
Dossiers, Dan. Dossiers.
Of what?
Of things about, top secret stuff. About, like, weaponry and, like, Tech 9s.
About Tech 9.
It's got the blueprints of the Mac 10, Dan.
It's got the blueprints of the Tech 9 and all the SMGs.
Yeah, and they've made changes to it.
And they've got contracts in there as well for hits on Thorin and me, the people outspoken.
But you haven't been outspoken, Dan. I'm trying to get you there. But you're barely saying anything. Come on.
Hey, I sent some tweets.
Open up to me.
I made like a 40-minute video, but I sent a couple of tweets. It's fine. It's better. Oh, great opening there from ShahZaM. Taking down daps so early is going to force the rotation onto adreN. That's going to mean that Liquid have to give up middle now. So Cloud9, they could get middle for free at this point. And that's huge because what you can build from that at this time in the round with 1 minute 20 seconds left, that is potentially crippling for Liquid. Let's see if they can pull that one off. Hell, ShahZaM's going to get himself another frag whilst he's at it. So Cloud9 look really strong in this round now.
Yeah, Liquid stretched, and so much time on the clock here for Cloud9. So much time to play with. They've got all the nades as well. There are counter flashes here for Liquid, but they don't have the manpower to throw them while their teammates hold the angles. EliGE going to get one frag, but that might be a consolation at this point, as they are already positioning for a save, possibly a play onto exit frags. They're going to get close to each other, maybe get some kind of crossfire going on to try and protect themselves from the Ts, who may somewhat inevitably go for the hunt. There's the first one being taken down at adreN. Now it's EliGE versus the rest of the world here. NSA coming with him. Did you see... Oh, we have a moment. Did you see the interview with Snowden?
No.
There's that English guy who has a talk show in America, and I can't remember his name.
Oh,
but,
I know who you mean.
He flew to Russia. John Oliver,
yes.
thank you, Mr. Producer Reese.
Nice.
And, oh, that was very amusing, actually.
He started off working in the Daily Show.
Oh, really?
With Jon Stewart, yeah. He helped to write that and then branched off later on to his own show.
Worth looking that video up. It's highly amusing, as most of John Oliver's stuff is. But back onto Cash. So Team Liquid managing to save one weapon and one weapon only on EliGE. Who better to put it on?
Okay, so there's no one present there for Liquid in middle at the moment, and Cloud9, they are playing super passive. They know that Liquid are hurting. They know Liquid could take some risks, but so far they've just put 3 guys on A. So that's kind of nice, because if Cloud9 do go for these picking attempts, Liquid could very realistically get some good trades here to pick up some weapons and make life complicated. So Cloud9, they've got to watch themselves. This could get ugly.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that was great team play, but didn't manage to look behind the door, and Gares going to start the cleanup operation. I think EliGE is probably going to already be looking to save his gun, but there is nothing. Just hanging around the other side of the map here, he's already going to be looking for these frags.
Great. Oh, EliGE is going to take down nothing. Keep himself alive. That's nice. And slowly backed away. Nice trying to capitalize there from FugLy, but not going to pull off the kill. Did you just say Sean Grills? You're just giving up now.
Well,
yeah. Should we just rename him? Can he be Sean Grills after Bear Grylls?
Sean Grills. I like that. I like that. Sean Grills. Sean Grills and Tyrone running around on Cash.
I was thinking of Bear Grylls. Is that British ex-SAS guy that makes all those weird survivalist shows. But now you mention it, James. Sean Grills.
I thoroughly enjoy it when we say something about Sean, and then he finishes a game, goes to his Twitter, and he has all these bizarre tweets, and he has no idea what's going on. So just tweet him and say.
He seems so innocent.
Just tweet him and say Sean Grills with no explanation.
At least this one's much more pleasant than the last one.
Right, Team Liquid back on the buy. adreN with the first frag this time, finally on the AWP as well. Taking him 7 rounds to get there, but he's got it. See what he can do. SEMPHIS has weakened the mid defense. Double Molotov's going to shut down adreN for the time being. EliGE getting more frags in. Oh, wow, adreN shut down for all of a few seconds. Back with a vengeance, and this is looking very strong from Liquid indeed.
Didn't those incendiaries Where did they go, James?
What is Producer Reese doing?
I don't know, but there was 2 incendiaries just thrown.
I know.
On top position. Did they cancel each other out? That's not a thing. Fire does not cancel out fire. Fire and fire equals more fire, James. More fire.
More fire crew? I can only imagine that they maybe bounced down, but I don't know. They just disappeared altogether.
Volvo.
Kind of bizarre.
Clicks.
Anyway, Team Liquid
Grills.
doubling their score. Can Sean Grills shut them down again? See, you've got those preemptive flashbangs coming into A main, and Nitro will take down SEMPHIS with the nade. Not much damage, if any, done to Team Liquid at the moment.
So the interesting thing is that Liquid have the ability to have more players towards earlier on into the round to be safe against any aggressions, and also play for trades just like this. But FugLy doesn't have anyone to be traded with. There's no one there to support him. Just the flash. And this is because Cloud9 have so far shown that they are not going to ever push middle fast yet. There's been no super fast mid timing for their entire team yet. So they haven't forced Liquid to adapt to that. Liquid have been adapting to the fact that Cloud9 are just spreading out and giving up mid most of the time and going for maybe a middle play that's very delayed, just like this one. 35 seconds left. Now they're going for the move. And EliGE is going to lock down the vents just for now, but has to back away. And that's a great kill from EliGE, because you can see now Cloud9, they completely lost interest in middle, and they're going back to this A play now, which Liquid are set up quite well to defend against.
Look at the time as well, 20 seconds remaining, and they are not even all in a strong position straight away, so they're going to have to try and rush onto the side here for 13 seconds remaining. Nitro, does he hit a person behind him? He's been flashed as well. Do they have time to plant the bomb? There's one CT hiding behind a box. That's EliGE. He's got 12 HP. Can't stop the plant from going down. Now it's a 3-on-3 retake here for the CTs. They're searching for those Ts. adreN will go down, perhaps evening things up. But again, EliGE still have 8 HP. He's just a feather stroke away from dying here. Shroud going to peek out. No frag yet for either side. And he still has his backup in a teammate in A main. 2 versus 1 now. ShahZaM to try and clutch it with the AWP. Finds the cover. Can he get the second person? Oh, he's going to get shot straight in the face by EliGE. He's got the kid as well. That will be the defuse. 3-5 in favor of Cloud9.
That was really sick because EliGE was really low the entire time. But that duel against the player that was on quad, that's where everything went wrong. I'm not sure. I can't remember which player it was. It must have been either SEMPHIS, Gares, or Shroud, I think. I'm not sure. But anyway, that guy was on full health, shooting against EliGE, and he didn't hit him at all. EliGE managed to tag him down to like 1 HP with loads of bullets. So that was where everything went wrong there. So that really sucks there for Cloud9. Liquid are back into this, but we're seeing a much faster pace now on middle. You can see how easily they took it, because Liquid, they're not conditioned yet to really expect this, and so this is a really nice time to pull out a play like this. And what are they going to use this mid control for?
They were completely unchallenged in the mid area. You can see adreN. He's just holding. He's kind of supporting A, but it's just keeping an eye on the back of CT as well. And there's a very cheeky peek indeed. Didn't pay off, but FugLy getting 2 frags in A main. Again, it will even things up. And that will be an important area to control, as the bomb is being planted on A.
Ooh, Shroud. Such a strong position. He's going to spot the other player as well. Key information for his team. And looks like things are getting worse and worse here for Liquid. Cloud9 finding just the right round in just the right moment, as Liquid had just won a round. So if we check the money quickly, look at that. They are going to be in a lot of trouble here. They're going to get reset on the money. They don't have a huge amount to work with. And can EliGE even survive here? He's got 2 players hot on his heels, able to win the duel, so this man is unstoppable. But here, finally, SEMPHIS provides that stop that's so needed. And Liquid reset. They have something in the bank. And they can actually buy with this, I guess, if they get all the drops in.
Dan, this is jumbo sale if they buy. This is jumbo sale. This is car boot sale. EliGE up there with 13 frags. So doing well for both our teams at the moment on the Vulcan. They
dropped 2 FAMASs. So they have an okay buy. It's
wow,
okay.
They've even got the AWP out. This is respectable, Dan. This is respectable.
It's not too bad. I mean, the AWP is going to be really key as well in holding down some of the plays that Cloud9 have been dealing with. Because Cloud9 haven't had a tendency so far, at least in this match. They haven't shown Liquid too many bum rushes. That last round where they had a fast timing on middle, that's kind of the first time we saw that. And we aren't seeing a lot of heavy hitting executes. So this AWP on adreN might just be the advantage in the picking situations that could get Liquid into some early advantages here. But Cloud9 looking like they want to hit this B side hard, and that's going to be a good way to shut down adreN's AWP.
They've tried to force EliGE out of the vents to try and get the frag, but he managed to hold the angle. Oh, that's a really nice pop flash. We've seen it before. He's going to flash all except ShahZaM, who finds the frag. Now daps is in a very difficult position. But let's see, are Cloud9 going to push him? We've got the information finding there from Liquid, and that's where the Cloud9 are headed. So that's going to be an important area to hold, but he's going to see nobody else there. And I think he's going to rotate out before he hears the advancing T's. And here they come towards the site. Can FugLy hold here?
Nice flash and smoke, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to deter them. They are going to go straight through it. They have to. They're committed at this point. There's no time finding the trades as they will, but adreN comes in with the AWP. And now things are going to get a little bit more calm here for Cloud9. They've got the bomb down. They've still got coverage from the smoke. And adreN has to wait for his teammate daps to find a nice position to attack from. But are they even going to be interested? Are they both going up short here? This is quite interesting. adreN and daps going to be on the same angles. adreN just lagging a little bit behind daps at the moment as he leads the charge with the FAMAS. He has, of course, Shroud there behind quad. Wow, he sprays him down. He can go for the defuse. Oh, no, I think he's got time. Oh, he had time for the hold, but he's going to get the frag anyway. It won't matter.
Has he got time?
I think so. It will be close, but he's got it. And good stuff there from Liquid. And especially daps. They're winning that, again, that one-on-one on quad was super key. It was so fast. Imagine if there was just a little bit of delay before that frag. Just a bit of re-peeking, peeking, and hiding and so on. But no, fast frag, just in the nick of time.
Yeah, super nice calculation to go for the frag and then get back on the defuse. And really, that was like half a second, maybe a tiny bit more for him to get that defuse in, and he did. So narrowing the gap, our Team Liquid still 2 rounds behind Cloud9, 6 on the board so far on the T side. Going to be happy with that, but they're going to be hungry for more, especially after their loss on Nuke earlier.
Ooh, I like this again. They've done that fast timing on middle, have Cloud9. They're really using middle very well and using what Team Liquid expect against them. But FugLy locking down short. That smoke is going to give Shroud just a little bit of a few pixels to shoot through, so he can find FugLy there, and they are still pressuring short as well. But they haven't got anyone towards A main at the moment, no one towards Squeaky, and Liquid know this. They've been in A main, they've been in Squeaky, so they're aware of what's happening. But Cloud9 are still going to be able to get the choice, get the drop, get the pace into the push, and here it is, onto that B bomb site.
daps is being surrounded. I'm not sure if they're going to check his angle in time. EliGE running distraction, daps gets the bomb down. Doesn't get the second frag, leaves Sean on 35 HP. As it's going to be one-man advantage for the CTs, but it's Cloud9 in control of the bomb site for the time being at least. Nothing plants the bomb, leaving only Sean Gares with the active gun. But there's no push, no timing push on the bomb plant. Nitro going to make quick work of Sean Gares. And nothing will be left behind. Yeah, he's coming in for Liquid. And now it's only a 1-round deficit.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like for Cloud9 the trouble came when they lost a couple guys towards short, and the interesting thing is that they did have time to try to try to take A main or B storage to have a kind of a slower, more methodical push. I'm not sure if they just want to keep mixing up the pace a lot, and that's really effective on this map. I mean, Virtus.pro, if you watch them play this, well, actually, I think. Hold this for. I think there's no push coming in. So I'll quickly finish the point. Virtus.pro, if you watch them, they are the masters of controlling pace on this map. It's really fast push, slow it down. Force the CTs to come into angles to find out what's going on. Speed it up after you get the picks. Like just this constant switching of pace is so strong on this map. Cloud9 have been using it quite well as well. Comes the push now onto the inside though, and spray from Nitro is fairly decent. He's got FugLy to back him up as well. They didn't expect that one. Comes in with 2 quick kills, and it's just Sean Gares left, and he is going to get eliminated too. So 6-6, things are all tied up, and this is quite a back and forth match here. We're seeing a lot of strategy from both teams. It's really nice to watch, I must say. Indeed,
but Liquid are going to be desperate to win these final 3 rounds here. 6 rounds on the board for Cloud9 so far. They'll be happy with it if it ends this way. Team Liquid, after a bad start, managed to get themselves back into the game, but they do need to close this out with a strong lead.
So this one's worth 2 here for Liquid as well. Cloud9 have no money left after this buy, so if Liquid can just win this round, they are going to have a huge edge. But EliGE in a great position there behind the smoke, close up on middle, but only gets the 1. before the trade comes in quickly from Cloud9. And we are going to have the rotate through B storage for that B split play. They have SEMPHIS, who's moved his way through B checkers and is now looking for that player on headshot. He could very well be there, but they spotted him now. daps goes for the peek, finds SEMPHIS, and SEMPHIS will do the job. And now they should get themselves that post plant, but no, FugLy comes in just in the perfect moment to slow them down on that plant. That might just buy Nitro the time he needs to get some more favorable engagements, because Cloud9 are going to be slower to get these post plant setup positions now. Here's Nitro. Now ShahZaM. Did he hear anything from Nitro? He's not looking towards his position just yet, and in fact, Nitro is going to back away towards just watching his flank at the moment. Very safe play coming in here from Nitro. Very safe indeed.
I think they might have been hanging around to try and fake him as well, and it worked for a while. But can he identify where these players are? He's making steps. He wants somebody to peek him. He's deliberately making his presence known, but he won't find the right angle at the right time. ShahZaM will finish off the job. 2 rounds left in the first half. Cloud9 taking the lead once again.
Yeah, ShahZaM played that quite well actually. I mean, he's not peeking at all, just staying in that corner. We had a really good trade potential with this teammate. You don't have to do anything. Don't have to do anything fancy or complicated there. So I respect the collected demeanor from ShahZaM in that play. Now 7-6, Cloud9 taking an edge, and we're seeing Liquid now in that situation where they're within their limits. This one's worth 2 here for Cloud9.
Flash coming in again, but still Cloud9 smart to it, expecting it, having the right angles. That time it was even better than just merely standing behind the door. So very nice play there by Cloud9. And again, they've got an early frag onto Team Liquid, but Shroud has gone down as well. Minute on the clock, you can see the bomb hanging around the A site, but I think that's Nitro who is pushed through Squeaky and could get a jump on 2 players. I think he may have spotted someone, and he's running back towards the A site. SEMPHIS will hear him running back towards the door, which will give Cloud9 some confidence. But will they push? There's a flank coming in from B as well, and a rotation, so it's going to be a massive wall coming up on the A bomb site.
So EliGE is coming in for the flank though, and this is where things could get messy for Cloud9. EliGE could help Liquid get themselves back into this. They line up, and they had no idea. EliGE, excellent play. Going to keep Liquid in the running here in these last couple rounds. Now, nothing is going to get eliminated as well. That's going to close things out. EliGE, he put in the round-winning play there for his team, and that, again, that really saves them, because now Cloud9, they've got no money. That was really back and forth. Both teams across 2 rounds consecutively playing for this round's worth 2 situation, and it's going to be Liquid that are rewarded with that. Of course, it's not for free, but of course they have a big advantage now to take this one. Obviously, as you can see, just a couple of Tech 9s, just a couple of Tech 9s, a couple of PT50s and a Deeg.
All right, so we've got a wall of smokes coming in from Cloud9 in the mid area. We've got those short and long flashbangs. And EliGE's going to be completely blind in the vent. He's going to get 1 frag, gets traded. That should be a rifle for the C9 players. SEMPHIS getting there eventually and immediately finding a frag onto adreN. Mid has been abandoned by the CTs, maybe expecting a fast push onto one of the sites. They've put 2 people into A and 1 person onto B. Bomb was mid, probably heading over towards A now, slowly but surely.
So with so much time left in this round, Cloud9 have loads of options. They're 4 against 3. They can group up, they can take middle, they can split onto either side. There's really so many options, and this is where you need a really good caller to make a very good, decisive choice. And it looks like they are going to regroup as a unit, and they just want to push through so they can get the trade game. They know that they're going to be up against maximum 2 players most of the time, unless there's a crazy gamble from Liquid, which Liquid are not going to take that kind of a gamble. It is indeed going to be a 4-on-2. Now FugLy opening things up for Liquid. Only going to get that single kill though, and that's going to be the bomb down now for Cloud9 as daps with an ump. He's got this, surely.
daps with the UMP, the Universal Machine Pistol, Dan, versus 2 AKs and an M4. This is somewhat of a difficult position, I think it must be said. And that is the end result. ShahZaM getting yet another frag for his team, putting them in a 1-round advantage at halftime, and they will be pleased with this score on the less favoured side. And now they are a fair bit away from that kind of horror of a nuke game, hopefully they'll have the focus to put out a strong CT side as well.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really, really cool half. I gotta say, I mean, we can see a lot of developments between how both teams were playing it. Of course, Cloud9 on the T side were really dictating a lot of how a lot of how Liquid were supposed to defend, by the way that they left middle, by the way that they would take middle, by the way they switched out their timings and how they changed the rounds in which they would go for executes and so on and so forth. But we're going to see a 4-man play here from Cloud9 towards A on the pistol. This is kind of crazy, but they guess right, and they're going to find loads of heads here with these pistols, but the trades come in. Oh, this is strong now from Cloud9. This is exactly how they needed to kick off the second half. And ShahZaM will finish things off with his double kill. 9-7 in favor of Cloud9.
Yeah, that was a very nice and strong performance from them on a pistol, but how long can it continue for? 2-round advantage at the moment. Team Liquid gonna force it up with pistols and armor.
And just one smoke on FugLy. And they're moving towards A, so I guess that smoke is going to go between Toxic and the bomb sites to cover off the long range on Car. I would imagine that that's the best smoke. And yeah, it looks like he's lining it up right as we speak. There it is. And
oh, this nade, here we go. So it's a bit far, but adreN down to 27 HP. They should, oh, the bomb's on the floor actually. They need to get someone to pick it up and plant it. The CTs, I think they're just waiting for a post-plant situation here. Lots of CTs streaming up short at the moment. Shroud just going straight in there. SEMPHIS going to assist him on a second frag. Third MP7 frag will be the final one. Cloud9 not losing a single player. Team Liquid though got the plant, sorry. So we'll see what happens in the following round. They did force it up, however.
oh, I thought Shroud got 3 kills there, but he only got 2 with his
I think SEMPHIS was the one in the middle.
Steele. But yeah, I mean, that's $600 every frag, so that's like so cost efficient. It is crazy.
$600?
$600, yeah.
Wow. Shows how much I use those guns.
$600 per kill these SMGs. Okay, so now we're going to have the save from Liquid. They're looking at a couple of nades here. Wow, quick kill there from Nitro. They're going to push fast behind this, and unless ShahZaM can put a big stop against this smoke, they could get a plant going, and that would be excellent from them. But ShahZaM gets close and personal with the FAMAS, does get eliminated, and it's on SEMPHIS up top, and Gares as he comes in with these SMGs to do more damage, but they are losing players and fast. Just 2 players left for Cloud9, but they are going to get the kills, and Gares is going to pick himself up that $1,800, man. He got $1,800 for those frags. Look at his money. Look at his money, James. Are you looking at his money?
If I knew it was $600, I would have bought it a lot more often, those guns.
Double up. Double. Do you know what double is in Italian? It's doppio.
Doppio?
Doppio.
That sounds rude.
Doppio. Because it's dope.
Okay, so SEMPHIS and ShahZaM, brothers in arms. See where they are playing. So it's going to be SEMPHIS holding the angle on A main. ShahZaM playing solo on B, and he has fallen. There is a smoke, however. So Liquid will be hesitant to push the site, and there will be a rotation from nothing over towards B. But look at the time on the clock here, and Cloud9 have a 1-man disadvantage. This is pretty strong for Liquid, but they're going to need another 2 frags really to have this round really start to sway into their favor. Lots of time on the clock to do it, though.
And nothing's actually picked up the AWP that was dropped by ShahZaM on his death. And Gares is getting close to the push. I think he was spotted there. I think so at least, but we'll have to see if Liquid are going to look for the position they do. So Gares not able to accomplish anything there. Nothing coming in with the flick onto daps. And Shroud, he's got to do huge work here in middle, and he will. He's going to get 3 kills to hold it down, and I don't believe it. They lost both ShahZaM and Gares for free at the start of the round, but the remainder of them could actually make it work, and now they're on 3 AWPs. I don't know how to say triple in Italian. I'm at a loss right now. But there's triple AWPs. You don't see triple AWPs every day.
Unless you're watching Oceania.
Yeah, unless you're watching Oceania.
Those guys are crazy.
You will not see triple AWP on this map.
Cloud9 going all in. Shroud looking to tap these guys down. There's a good start. Will be the information for his team as well. He can back up, put some more range between him and those pistols.
What?
Won't be enough though, as Nitro with the one tap. Gonna take down
I'm sorry,
Shroud.
James. I'm sorry,
and now,
James.
hey, the thing is, now they're trying to defend versus pistol players with 3 AWPs.
Yeah.
Now this could actually be difficult. This depending on the angles that Team Liquid choose to take. They're in control of A main at the moment. You've got one player playing card, that's Gares, or ShahZaM in fact, excuse me. They have essentially a crossfire with AWPs from the site, but SEMPHIS there, as you can see, he's trying to keep an eye on mid to short and A main at the same time. He's going to find one player there. See the preemptive flash coming in for ShahZaM. He's going to find an important frag onto EliGE before he crosses, and they're actually going to do it, it seems. Only adreN versus 3 AWPs. Got one for himself now. Oh, ShahZaM misses the shot. Now,
oh, he had that in his reticle, but of course nothing was a bit quicker. But they lost. The thing is that's what happens. Like one guy loses the AWP, and then, I mean, adreN picked it up, so you're in trouble. And all of a sudden it turns into just 2 men surviving there, I think it was. So yeah, that's brutal. I mean, there's a lot of value lost for Cloud9. That's why the multiple AWPs are so dangerous. An already flimsy CT economy can be almost turned into a game-winning advantage for the terrorists if they get the right plays and the right executions against the AWPs. So just SEMPHIS and ShahZaM now, and the execute's going to come into A. Now, can Cloud9 defend this? It has been telegraphed. Here is shroud. He's been on point so far with the M4. Can he keep his stats going?
right, so lots of smoke, flames, fire to contend with for both teams here. Trades coming in, but they're going the way of the T's at the moment. Bomb is going to get planted as well. 2 CTs by the car, 1 in the short area. And Team Liquid, while Cloud9 on 13 rounds. TL not out of this just yet. They're going to hold some angles. Lots of flashes coming in for both sides.
Nice.
SEMPHIS getting a quite nifty frag there, but again, it's 3 versus 2 now. Cloud9 running out of time, running out of players. Nothing versus 2. adreN's on 13 HP, so could actually do this. Going to go for the fake defuse and be immediately eliminated by Nitro. Even if adreN had popped out, Nitro would have probably popped out for a trade frag. So strong round by Team Liquid.
It was indeed a strong round for them, and we're seeing Shroud on 24 kills. He's really been stepping up in some very key moments for his team. Of course, the scoreline on Liquid is becoming as we would expect. I mean, EliGE has been consistently starting to come out as this really heavy fragger for Liquid consistently. And that's really cool to see considering his background and so on. But we're going to see the run boost here. Oh, did they miss it? I think they did, yeah. So that's unfortunate. But, well, it's fortunate that Liquid weren't pushing this quickly. Otherwise, they would have got caught there in an awkward position. But the push is ready to go onto A. And once again, Cloud9 in a lot of trouble.
5 AKs for Liquid here. EliGE going for the spray, finding the spray eventually on SEMPHIS before he can mount any attack. Look at the aim on EliGE. That is insane. Taking down nothing as well. That's a 3rd frag for him so far. Going pretty beast in this round so far as EliGE. 4 versus 1 now. Last 2 players get cleaned up, and Team Liquid once again on the back burner, but starting to catch up. Not for the first time in this map.
Indeed. So Gares bought an AWP there. He's going to drop it for ShahZaM. And I guess that means that we'll only see the one AWP now, of course, because they're pretty broke. And they've been altering their setup quite consistently of Cloud9. Now, will they find success here? Let's have a look and see how Liquid want to open this one up. So 3 players actually from Cloud9. They're looking for an aggression on Squeaky already. Now, this could be quite cool. There is a man there. I think it is Nitro for Liquids. Indeed, Nitro is going to actually find the angle. And oh, nothing's going to get the team kill on SEMPHIS, trying to get that very tight pixel angle onto Nitro. And he will not be able to do so this time around. And that's going to turn into an early round advantage now for Liquid. And they have so many ways to use this. They want to go for that delayed mid-take. And this is where things can start getting really awkward for Cloud9.
There was a time when a team kill would cost you $3,300
Yep.
and completely destroy your economy. Fortunately, Valve realized that was no good for the game and reduced it down to a mere $300, which is pretty cool. 45 seconds remaining. Again, the CTs find themselves 1 man down reasonably early on. We saw this from the first half. We can see it continue on the second half. So these 2 teams bringing it to each other. Again, 30 seconds left, and the push is coming in towards the B bomb site. ShahZaM trying to defend. Gares comes out of nowhere, going to get 2 frags. Put him on a 1-man advantage, but one of them is the AWP. Shroud coming in for an assist, and it's adreN versus 3. How does he plant the bomb in the situation? Not like that, says Cloud9. And they will move one step further towards winning the map, 14-9.
Yeah, they're not quite at the position where they can break Liquid's economy and get a couple free ones, but Liquid are fast approaching that kind of a reality, and so they've got to be careful now. But same can be said for Cloud9. If they lose this one, Liquid are going to get likely 2 on the board, so Liquid are going to push themselves to around 11-14 and potentially have some good economy to take any beatings. So Liquid, if they can pull off this round, they really have a strong chance to take this back to a tied game against Cloud9, but they only need 2. SEMPHIS, he's very close here, lurking very near to the entrance. Now, are they going to expect this? The smoke is going to dissipate. Are they looking for the angle? FugLy's going to spot him. Oh, he's in trouble. He's got to get out of there. But there's a player on the other side. adreN. Oh, he won't get the kill. Nitro, can he get the kill? Finally, SEMPHIS dies. 4 on 3 now in favor of Cloud9. They are holding it down well. At the moment, at least.
So they're contesting for the bomb on the A site. Shroud is in the back, taking down 2 players. Can't get the third. Can FugLy plant the bomb, though? It's going to be really important that he does. But ShahZaM is not having any of it, and that's match point to Cloud9 now. Going to put the spoilers on the Team Liquid party train.
Absolutely, and Cloud9 played a brilliant half so far, and again, their T half was also really awesome to watch. You can see all the thought going into it. But right now, again, Tech9's armor, loads of nades here for Liquid. If they have a set play to work with, now would be a great time to execute it. We'll have to see if they've got any sneaky set plays. Now, the interesting thing is whether or not Cloud9 have been smoking A main, because if they have been doing that, then that allows Liquid to go for the super fast, abusive set play onto A. But they are going to go for that B split, it would seem. And already the counter grenades are coming in. And Gares looks well equipped and positioned to deal with this, but getting to safety in the nick of time. He's got teammates to cover him. It could all be over very soon, James.
3 versus 2 in favor of C9. ShahZaM holding the angle there. Oh, he could find a player. Indeed, that's exactly what he's going to do. Very nicely played by him. EliGE looking for the frag now. Going to find it. Instant trade coming in from SEMPHIS, and that's going to be 16-9 to Cloud9.
Yeah, really, again, really awesome game from Cloud9. And we know they're a great cash team. We were saying this at the start. They have so much history on the map. They have so much confidence. You can see the wealth of thoughts that goes into their gameplay just by looking at how they approach the T side. Like when a team approaches the T side, you can see a lot, usually speaking, of how well they really grasp the map and how well they really understand also how their opponents are going to be wanting to play. And despite the fact that it was a very close first half, I felt like I was impressed by Cloud9 a little bit more than their counterparts. But that's because the T side is generally going to be a lot harder. As we saw in that instance there, that's really where the match was won because Liquid were not able to match up with how well Cloud9 did on their T half.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you. Very good performance there by Cloud9 on the T side. And they do bring the W for that one. Now, we had some other matches scheduled for today, and we were going to look into it further off stream, and I think we may still do that. But you may have seen some announcements that the bottom 2 teams forfeited their previous matches, which does affect how things may have turned out today. It means that Elevate go through. They were likely to go through anyway, but who knows what might have happened otherwise. But it's not really acceptable for people to say, oh, well, screw it, we're just going to forfeit matches. So if that stands, then there will be that won't be the end of it. Put it that way. So look out for something in the future. But I think we have the updated rankings as well, so we can have a look at that, see how things are looking. And with the matches technically complete, it is Team Liquid and Elevate who will go through to the LAN finals. So look out for more information on that very soon. And again, a bit shorter than we expected it to be today.
Well, congratulations to Liquid and Elevate. I mean,
yeah.
Liquid, I don't know how many people expected them, because at the start of our league, that's when Liquid signed this team. And then later on, is when they took in EliGE. But they had some they were swapping roles around. adreN was calling for a short time, then daps took over, so adreN could be more of more of a focus on an AWPing role. And then, but of course, you would imagine that he's always very present behind the scenes in helping the team build their approach just generally and and so on and so forth. And it just seemed they just grew, and they didn't lose any matches for ages. Took them ages to lose a single match. I think it was a Nuke game that they eventually lost, but that was after like a 7-map win streak or something. So yeah, Liquid with a really well deserved top finish, and Elevate as well. It's really cool to see them up there.
Yeah, it's our favorite logo as well, right, in North America. So it's always nice to see, like these are 2 regions now where we're seeing different people come to Europe for LAN finals. Normally you see Vox in the Oceania region. This time we're going to see Immunity. Now we're seeing Elevate instead of the usual suspects, Team Liquid and Cloud9, and now CLG as well. So things starting to get really interesting. It's going to be great to see these new teams come over to Europe and show what they can do versus the what's considered the top crop region.
Yeah, yes, it's super cool. It is really cool. Any final thoughts on the matches we've witnessed today, or North American Counter-Strike tonight, James?
No, I have said all I need to say today.
All right, well, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to follow the channel because, again, we are going to be going live with loads more European matches. Is that we still need to find out who the hell is going to qualify. At the moment, the field is very open. Very open indeed. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that will eventually turn out. And so lots of playdays to follow. If you've missed any of the action, if you just joined, or you want to catch up with some stuff that you, or relive some favorite moments, FACEIT VODs is the place to do that. All the VODs will go on there, so you don't miss anything. And of course, all the extra content will go onto FACEIT.com as well. So you can check that out if you're interested in any Nays videos, if you want to check out the intro videos and the hype videos. All of that goes onto FACEIT.com. But again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Good night.